as long as you love me. Hi, Julie Roussel here. Welcome and thanks for joining in on this first night of football. Ooh, Hall of Fame game night. It's great to spend just a few minutes with you in all of our crazy busy lives. Now, I'm usually live every Sunday and Wednesday evening about this time, so if you can't pop in live, you can always catch on and view on the replay. As always, with any of my videos, if you hear something helpful or that resonates with you, leave a reaction, comment, or even answer in the thread. I love hearing from you and appreciate every one of them, even if it's just to say hey. Share the video with anyone you think it would help. PM me if you have questions or want to hear more. I'm always happy to share what I'm learning, and I hope that helps you or someone in your life. Hey, I saw a lot of people joining in. Hey, Kim. Nice to see you, lady. One of these times we're gonna have to run into each other. Hey, Carrie. Hello, Virginia. Thanks for the share, hon. I'll get started for tonight, but let me ask you a question. And this is the question for the night. Does a person's background determine their success or failure in life? Would you please comment yes, no, or maybe sometimes in the thread and tell me what you think. So does a person's background determine their success or failure in life? Yes, no, what do you think? Oh, hey, Wendy, great to see you. Thanks for joining in. But tonight I'm going to share with you a story of a famous celebrity who started out dirt poor and became incredibly successful. Hey, happy birthday, man. Nice to see you, Mike. So I'm going to share the story and let's see if you can guess her name based on the clues that I'm going to give you. Okay, you ready? Got your typing fingers going? There we go. Hey, Carrie, now I can see ya. I finally figured out how to use the screen and swipe. Okay, so she was born to a poor teenage single mom in Mississippi. She wore dresses made of potato sacks to school. I'm not kidding. Real potato sacks. I mean, can you imagine if you had to wear that to school today? And, you know, the amount of teasing and bullying and peer pressure that you'd be subjected to if you had to wear that to school every day. Oh, in today's world, I couldn't even imagine. At age 13, she ran away from home. At 14, she was pregnant but lost her baby boy prematurely. She moved in with her dad not too long after that and enrolled in high school and became an honor student. And eventually winning a scholarship to Tennessee State University. You know who she is? I know, it's hard to tell so far in the story, but hang in there. I got a few more clues. After graduation, she was fired from her first reporting job because she was unfit for TV. So she relocated to Chicago. Let's see if that gives you enough of a clue. To host an early morning talk show, which quickly overtook Donahue. I know some of us aren't familiar with that show, and we must have to be old enough to remember it. But in the ratings, and it was then renamed after her. Still stumped. Sorry, I got a few more clues. Well, her success launched the talk show era. Kind of like when we were back in high school, Carrie. And it became the most popular and most influential talk show. And everyone watched and sent their VCRs for this, and every star wanted to be interviewed by her. And I bet a lot of us watch that show every day too. Okay, I'll give you one more hint. First name starts with, let's see if I can do this right, an O. Last name starts with W. Anyone know this famous talk show host? And I know, while you're typing, I'll keep going. And her name is, as a surprise, yeah, Oprah Winfrey. You've heard of her, right? I mean, who hasn't? Well, branching out after the success of her talk show, she produced and starred in a movie, Beloved. It cost $80 million to produce, but was a major flop. Right after that, she sunk into a deep depression, but worked her way out of it to act in other films and ended up becoming nominated for an Academy Award. Yeah, Oprah Winfrey. Hey, Kim, I see you jumping in and out. Must be having problems with wireless on your end. No worries, hon. There you are. Hey, Kim. Oprah went on to author 5 books. She publishes O Magazine, owns her own satellite radio channel, and even attempted the Oprah Winfrey TV network. Became a millionaire at age 32, a billionaire a few years later. And Oprah's considered to be the most powerful and influential woman in America. I mean, who didn't want to be interviewed by Oprah? That's how you knew you were famous. You know, who didn't rush home to see what she was wearing on her show and who was there? You know, and you can't help but wonder, but how did she manage to achieve all of this despite her poor upbringing, you know, her background, her setbacks? I mean, she could have made a ton of excuses. She could have sat there and said, well, you know, I'm from the wrong side of the tracks, you know, I was born to nothing, you know, I'm worth nothing, I'm gonna be nothing. I mean, she could have given up at any point when she lost her baby or run away from home. She could have allowed her life to just fall into a downward spiral. But instead, she used those setbacks to power and push through instead of allowing them to define her life. You know, she used those setbacks as her motivation to succeed. I'll be honest, I admire and respect the lady because she came from very little and built a billion-dollar empire entirely on her own, simply because she refused to give up. Because she wasn't willing to accept that who she was born and where she came from were the deciding factors in what her life was going to be like. Pretty strong lady. So if you heard something that you find helpful or resonates with you, leave a reaction. Comment yes if you thought it was helpful, or even just to say hey. In the thread anytime. I almost forgot that part. Share the video with anyone you think might need to hear it or need to hear a motivating message because they're on the verge of giving up. PM me if you have questions or want to change your family's circumstances in future. It's never too late. You know, I learned from Oprah Winfrey that no matter who you are, where you were born, you know, how much money you did or didn't have, you know, what your family background was like, how many horrible things happened to you in your life, you can still rise above it all. Because if you work hard enough, if you refuse to give up and believe in yourself, you can change your entire reality and future. But the only one who has the power to achieve that is you. I'll catch you later.